Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. It's called Singles and Life, and I am Janice, and this is my great co-host Felix here with me.
We'd like to spend some time with you today. One main reason is to find what goes on in the life of a single, what kind of impact, what things impact their lives. And in that, we want to share with you and you share with us so we can grow and learn together.
That's great. That's great, Felix. I mean, there are many issues that are unique to singles, and we're hoping to really build an atmosphere to where it's not judgmental. It really is about the reality of distinction between singles and married couples, particularly mature singles. But we're talking to singles of all ages here, and we welcome feedback from all. Today, we do have a topic, and so we're building on some of the previous conversations that we've had. I think we want to start with the job thing because Felix here says that sometimes men don't have a job, and that we should still be okay with that. No, just kidding. But I do want him to talk about the fact that when men are transitioning into different spaces in their life, like between employment and things of that nature, how they position themselves for relationships. So Felix, can you help us with that?
Yes, actually, there right now.
We think they always need a job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though she was joking, but I did not say, he doesn't have to have a job. It's just that we feel sometimes when we're looking at things wrong, we got to have the job. We need to be a law.
Oh, the job.
Yeah, that's
okay.
And I realized, I thought like that years ago, but man, when you're focused, see, that's why God's got to be the number one thing. The reason for this singleness thing is really to draw us closer to God. Because you've been living up to now without being married. It's not gonna kill you. But we have to realize that, we have to put first things first. And far as with being single, like with me, with job transition, I'm in between job transition now. Starting a new job soon. And the rubber met the road. Yes, I still want to be married and plan to. I've spoke that. That's going to happen. But I'm not. We have to deal with, and man, that's what we have to do. We have to look at anything that's bothering us, or we hide behind, or that intimidates us. You got to give that to God. That's basically. I could go on with that one, but.
Oh, okay. And I think the issue was about not the job, not just a job. So you said the job, and so waiting on the job. And I know that for a fact that most women anyway, I can speak from the perspective of godly women, it's not about the job, even though it's important that men are, have certain, character traits that really speak to responsibility. And so, it goes, it's quite distinct from just a blanket statement of, what job, what position, what title, what income, all of that has to do with the character of the man. And so, I think, we just give the benefit of the doubt that if, men have that kind of responsibility and they are, pursuing certain things, that there are bumps in the road, sure. It's really about how they handle those and how they present themselves and, just a number of issues. And I don't think we really talked long enough to really get through some of those things. I mean, we just, have sort of quick shots at, it's this or that, it's not a car, it's not the right car, it's not the right income, it's not the right job, but most women don't see it that way. So just want to add some clarity to that point.
Okay. Men, you heard that? It's often good to hear us say that. And
it's
that,
true.
Yeah, and
yeah,
it's
good
very
true. It's very true with most women. Now, I can't speak for all women because, I'm speaking from a godly perspective for women. And so, and I will stand by that because I have a lot of friends in my life who I feel like are the same persuasion. So, I feel like that's, what we believe for the most part, and that's what we act out. It depends on sometimes the influence of the people in your circle in terms of what you will do with that as a woman. But, from where I sit, it's like you got to make your own decisions because the people that are telling you that advice sometimes are still single and they, may remain that way, given some wrong perspective. So, it really is about a woman being able to say that, I can really judge a man based on his character, and not so much all the other stuff. So, enough on that. So, I think Did I do okay, Felix, without being judgmental?
Wow.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
I've heard him
Let us
say
know.
that.
Let us know.
You know,
Let us
I've
know.
heard him say that we're judgmental, so I was trying to not do that, but we really want an opportunity to converse. Some. Okay, some. I think the other thing that we really want to have a chance to talk about is the what to do while we're waiting issue. Because we've talked a little bit amongst ourselves about just the opportunity, and with it being the holidays, you know, it's imperative that we think about this in this community because, you know, sometimes we are prone towards isolation. And I remember one instance where I said, you know, because we work hard and we're tired and we're going to chill out as singles and we like our time, and I do love my alone time. But there are times when that's not valuable for me. For instance, you know, one Thanksgiving I decided, oh, I'm just going to stay home and chill out, not go into family and friends, and I was most miserable. And so, because there's nothing to do, there are no stores open, there's no, you know, there's nothing moving around you. I mean, everything is just, you know, standing still, whereas people who are gathered together for that celebration are talking and communicating, and your emotions are being exercised and all those things. And so I've had a group of women, in terms of what I do while I'm waiting, that I have, you know, great relationship with. We have accountability to each other. We fellowship. I mean, we truly love each other, and I just can't imagine what my life would be without them. What do guys do?
You know what? Honestly, and I'm glad you mentioned that. I know for myself and the guys I hang around with, we do hold each other accountable. We used to have at our church, we used to have a life group that actually discussed things like this. And then after the life group was over, we kept in contact. Matter of fact, one guy called me yesterday. Just, I hadn't talked to you in a while. How's life? But one thing though we did do as men, we stayed on each other.
Did you?
Yes.
What does that mean? How do you stay on each other?
One, any issues that we may have discussed is never judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
Even if somebody that said they weren't going to do this and they did it, it's no judgmental there. But we have to hold each other accountable to the word. Because first thing, you need to be devoted to God. And that doesn't mean you're errorless. I've made the error of trying to be perfect, even though I knew what Scripture says. That led to one thing, like I've mentioned before, frustration. We call each other. Hadn't heard each other for a while. You know, I'm just want to see how things going.
Yeah.
That somebody can pray with you about. You know what? It's great when women do that, but you know, men, we need to do that too. And we need to get out of this what I call locker room talk. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about all this, and
locker room
yes,
talk.
we have our chests out. We did this, we did that. But some of us hurting, and I'm glad you touched on that. I really want to say that some of us are hurting, and we refuse to seek out for help because we the man. Wrong answer. When you focusing on God, you need God. You need others to be actually with you. So we do some of the same thing you do as godly men.
Well, that's really great to hear, and I think it's so imperative for us as singles to be in relationship, in community. We really do grow in community, and doing life with other people is a lot more powerful than, you know, just choosing to withdraw. And there are times when, you know, there's great value in your alone time, and, you know, appreciating the fact that you can have quiet time and time alone with God. But during the holidays, we don't want you to do that. We want you to connect with folks. We want you to, you know, be in community and to really, you know, maximize that time for yourself. So with that, we are going to get ready to wrap up this section. But anything else we want to add, Felix?
Just, you know what? Just seek God. I know I've been to those lonely things. I've been through them. And may have to go through them again sometime. But it's worth the wait. I'll end with that.
Yeah, that's funny. It made me think about a song when he said that, because I think about it made me think about some of the Christmas songs that my mom and them used to listen to. Things like "What Do the Lonely Do at Christmas." Remember those songs? Oh my God, they were the worst lyrics that you could ever imagine.
Don't listen to that.
And no, don't listen to that. You know, it's like, you know, and that's another great point though, because I know that when I fill my house, you know, my surroundings with, you know, praise and music, that really builds me up as well. You know, it's like if it's quiet in the house, you know, I'll just hear the voice behind me saying, and it's God's voice, you know, turn some music on, turn some praise music on. It encourages you, it builds you up. And the other thing that I do, and you really do have to find, the thing that makes for your sweet spot in life.
Mm.
Because for me, it's really exercise and it's outside. I mean, the oxygen getting to my brain, healing my emotions. I mean, losing a few pounds, all of those things really help me to feel like a better Janice. And so, these elements as well as, connecting in community with folks who love you is great. And we just encourage you to do that this holiday season. We love you and we look forward to hearing from you. So until then, we'll see you soon.
Bye bye for now.